Answer is D. Answer is B. Answer is C. Answer is A. Pick a number from 1 to 20, drop it off. Winning numbers today are 8, 10, 11, 13, and 18. Homework check. Bring it up and show me what you have. Objective today is to simplify radical terms. Example, or before we get to the examples, here are some reminders. Square root of 25 is 5. Square root of 64, 8. Square root of 121, 11. Square root of 49. Square root of 81. Square root of 144. Square root of 289. (17). Square root of 196. 14. 2 times the square root of 4. 3 times the square root of 25. 4 times the square root of 49. That should be 6 times the square root of 49, which is 42. And 9 times the square root of 63. And this is what we're going to study today. What you would do in this case, we'll move this up a little bit. Keep the 9. Square root of 63. 63 is not a perfect square. But the square root of 9 will go into it. Square root of 7 times. The square root of 9 is 3. 9 times 3 is 27, times the square root of 7. If you can no longer find a perfect square that comes out of the number under the radical sign, then you're finished simplifying. There are no perfect squares that divide evenly into 7. For example 1, it's the square root of 12. If you can simplify this, then you must be able to take a perfect square out of 12. Perfect squares are 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, and so on. You can't use 9, 16, or 25 because they are over half of 12. It will not go into it evenly. 1 you will never use. Will 4 go into 12 evenly? And the reason why it's going into 12 is because it's a perfect square that divides into it evenly. Not just because it simply goes into it. It's because it's also a perfect square. So the square root of 4 times the square root of what is square root of 12? 3. The square root of 4 is 2. So this is your final answer. 2 square root of 3. Again, we chose 4 because it's a perfect square and goes into the square root of 12. Also, it's the highest perfect square that will divide into the square root of 12. You always want to use the highest one. Example 2. The square root of 60. Again, the square roots we're going to look at are 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, and so on. But anything that's over half of 60 we're not going to deal with. Half of 60 is what? 30. So we don't need this or anything after it. We need the highest perfect square that goes into 60. Will 25 divide into 60 evenly? No. Will 16 go into 60 evenly? No. Will 9 go into 60 evenly? 9 will not go into 60 evenly. You're left with 4. The square root of 4 times the square root of what? 15. The square root of 4 is 2, and the final answer is 2 square root of 15. There are no more perfect squares that will come out of 15. If there were, then you did not choose the highest one to begin with. Try this one and drop it off. For your answer here, you should have chosen 4. Square root of 4 times square root of 10. The square root of 4 is 2. The final answer is 2 square root of 10. You may not put the following. This is not the final answer. It is this. On this problem, the highest square that will come out is 16. Square root of 16 is 4. Your final answer is 4 square root of 16. Example 3. 4 square root of 20. Concentrate on this part first. The highest perfect square that will come out of 20 is 4. So 4 times 5 is 20. Square root of 4 is 2. And then finish it off by multiplying 4 by 2 to get 8. So the final answer is 8 square root of 5. Example 4. 5 square root of 63. The highest perfect square that will come out of 63 is 9. So 9 times 7. Square root of 9 is 3. And then simplify the 5 times 3 to get 15. Answer should be 15 square root of 7. The highest perfect square that comes out of 32 is 16. Square root of 16 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. This is your final answer. The highest number that will come out of 27 that is a perfect square is 9. So we need square root of 9 times square root of 3 to get square root of 27. The square root of 9 is 3. 10 times 3 is 30. Final answer, 30 square root of 3.